Alright, ladies and gents, here to do a little video for bass on the blues bass line. Whoops, my bad there. Hey ladies and gentlemen, here to do a little video on the blues bass line. So that was one cycle of a 12-part blues, one of the most typical forms in all of American music. So it's kind of broken up into like three groups, we'll think of it as. We have three patterns I want to talk about. The first one is the D pattern. This is line 1 in your book of blues bass line. And what it is it's a pattern of notes. It's in your ear. I know you've heard it. Definitely heard that in jazz and blues and anything really popular kind of sound, for sure. Definitely heard it. Anyway, but this is the sound. And it's made up of a bunch of notes that we play all the time, but one that we don't play quite as often, a C natural. So think about where C natural is. If you think about our D major scale, we have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and high D. Now we're not playing a C sharp now. What we're playing is a C natural. So C natural is actually, instead of being right next to D high like C sharp is, it's like C sharp wants to pull up to D. It just has that tension. It goes, please take me up to D. Where C natural is really close to B. And it kind of wants to go down to B is kind of more the sound. C, B. So what we're going to do for this, I think it's the easiest way to do it, is to play most every note normal. So if you look at that top line, it's open D, pluck that with me, ready, go. Goes up to an F sharp, pluck that with me, 2, ready, go. Then to an A, first finger on your G string, 2, ready, go. Then B, 4 fingers on your G string, 2, ready, go. And then just shift up in between where your B and your C sharp is with all 4 fingers down for a C natural. It's in between B and C sharp, okay? And so I'm just shifted barely up past B, and you're going to hear C natural 2, pluck that with me. Good. Now shift back so your 4th finger's on B again to pluck that note. Now lift up so that you're playing an A with your first finger, 2, ready, go. Now F sharp with your 4 fingers down on D, 2, ready, go. And now open D, 2, ready, go. Good. And when you put it together, you get D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Try that with me. 1, 2, and ready, go. D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Try it again. 2, ready, go. D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Good. Now, just because you're playing pizzicato right now and we're playing more of like a jazz style, doesn't mean your fundamentals should fall apart. Doesn't mean your instrument should be like this. Doesn't mean your instrument should be like this. Doesn't mean your elbow should be down like this. You know, you still got your chicken wing out. You still got all your fundamentals in place, okay? So let's try that one more time. 2, ready, go. D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Good. Now try it twice in a row. D, ready, go. D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Good. Now, the next pattern to talk about is the G pattern. It starts on a G note. It's line 2 of blues bass line in your book. And basically, it's kind of the same pattern, but on the bass we don't get the luxury of playing it with the same fingers. So what we have to do here is we have to get a little creative to make it work best on the bass. So we're going to start with an open G string. 1, 2, pluck, open G. Good. Now what you need to do is you need to think of B as low B. Okay, so now we're moving to the G pattern, and the G pattern starts with an open G. It's the second line in your book of blues bass line. We're going to plug open G together. 1, 2, pluck that note. And good. Now the next note is B. I don't want you to think B 4 fingers, okay, on your G string, because we're not going to use that B. We're actually going to use B low. We're going to invert this. So instead of sounding like this, which is G going up to B with 4 fingers on the G string, we're going to use B low, which is 1 finger on your A string at the first tape. Hear that? Find that note with me. So put your first finger on the first tape of your A string and pluck that note. That's B low. 1, 2, pluck that note. Good. Now you're going to pluck G, the first note of the second line, and then replace that B with a B low, the second note of the line. So you'll get G, B. Try that with me. 1, 2, find those 2. G, B. Good. And then the next note after that is D. We're going to play that as an open D, the open string D. So it's going to sound like this. G, B, low, D. Without me singing. Try that too. Ready, go. G, B, low, D. Good. Now, let's do, now you need to do the next 2 notes are first finger E, and not F sharp, which is played with 4 fingers, but F natural, which is played with 2 fingers, right? So if you put your first finger on the first tape of the D string for an E, F will be with your second finger right in front of that, and that will be an F natural, not an F sharp. So the whole thing, so far, what we have sounds like this. G, B, low, open D, E, F. Try that with me. 1, 2, ready, go. G, B, low, D, E, F. Good. And then the rest of the line just walks that backwards. So if you play the whole second line, it sounds like this. And now I'll say the note names. G, B, low, D, E, F, E, D, B. Good. Try that with me. 1, 2, ready, go. G, B, low, D, E, F, E, D, B. Good. When you put the first 2 lines together, it'll sound like this. Now keep in mind that there's a 2X after that first line, means you play it twice. So I'm going to play the first line twice. Here's the first line twice, followed by the second line. 2, here I go. And repeat. Here comes the second line, G. Nice. Try that with me. Ready? Could get a little tricky, a little bit of a tongue twister, but do your best and pause at any place you need to practice. 1, 2, 1, and ready, go. D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, move to G, G, B, low, D, E, F, E, D, B. Good. Those are the first 2 lines. Now notice that the third line written in your book is the same as the first, so you already know that line, okay? So let's try adding that line on now, okay? So we're going to play the first 3 lines. Keep in mind the first line is repeated. 1, 2 and ready, go. A D, F sharp, A, B, a C, B, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, B, to C, B, A, now to G, G, B, low, D, E, F, E, D, B, low, D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Now the next line is not too bad. The next line is 4 A's followed by 4 G's. We're just going to put our first finger on the G string for 4 A's and open G for 4 G's. Ready? Try with me. 1, 2, try it out. A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4. And notice that that next line is the same as the first line. So you already know that. So start on those 4 A's and 4 G's, and then we'll play the last line after that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4 A's, go. A, 2, 3, 4, 2 G, 2, 3, 4, and D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Good. That's the end of the whole pattern. And after that, you actually repeat the whole pattern 4 times. So try that out with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp, D, F sharp, A, B, to C, B, A, F sharp, G, B, low, D, E, F, E, D, B, low, D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, here's your A, 2, 3, and down to G, in, me, and back to D, F sharp, A, B, C, B, A, F sharp. Good. If you're having any trouble with that, pause the video, go on back and work on it. That's the basic pattern for it. Keep practicing it. The tag will learn in class, but if you have that pattern down, you are good to go. See you in class.